Hey, internet friend, it's me, Bradley G, the man, the myth, the legend in my own mind. And guess what? We're doing another Synergy Cafe interview, and it's my friend Cassie. Ever heard Cassie? Well, you're going to learn. You're going to meet her. And before I do that, let's get off with my little introduction. So stand by.
Greetings, internet friends. Welcome to another episode of the Synergy Cafe online show, featuring speaker, entertainer, close-up illusionist, and marketing alchemist, MagicBrad. It's the internet lifestyle show about career, finance, relationships, spirituality, and wellness. We're moving the online chatter over to real-life activity. And now, please welcome your host of Synergy Cafe, MagicBrad.
Synergy Cafe. Well, here we go. I'm about to go find our friend Cassie. She's in the green room enjoying some of our digital hors d'oeuvres, locale digital hors d'oeuvres. But before I do that, I'll give you a little glimpse. There you go. This is the Cassie life. Her name is Cassie Edwardson. And she's a friend of mine that I met through the Accelerated Global Connections Networking Group, and also saw her at some NIA events. And I don't know how she does it. She keeps things right on the edge. She just popped into this video meeting minutes before we're about to go online. So here she is. Where is she, Cassie?
Here
I am. Hello.
Am I crooked?
You what? You grew
Crooked.
up. I don't think you're crooked. I think you're a very honorable person. You probably never stole anything in your life.
No,
Except maybe somebody's heart. Did you ever steal anyone's heart?
I did.
Not physically. I'm talking about emotionally.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I didn't know where you're going to be. All of a sudden, you popped in just in a nick of time. That's how you live your life, isn't it, Cassie? That's the Cassie life. It's like
It really is. I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but I go with it, and it's been a lot of fun. I enjoy every minute of what I do.
that's what you talked about a little bit before at our AGC meeting this morning when we were on. You talked about how like some people they make plans and all that stuff, and you kind of go with the flow. And I think there's a lot to be said for that kind of thing, because you can plan everything out, but all of a sudden it's going to rain, or there's going to be a snowstorm, or you're going to get a last minute call, or so
Exactly.
You do a lot of different stuffs. I know, and it's kind of impressive because you're. I like to stay close to home with my meetings, but you end up jumping in your Jeep and taking off to Apple Valley and go to meetings down there when you live you're up in Andover, aren't you?
Yes, up in Anoka County.
So you go down to Apple Valley, that's an hour drive, isn't it?
It is. It is. It is. And I've always taught my children too. I have 5 kids, and when I had my first one, I jumped in. 2 of my girlfriends had children around the same time. It was like 1 month, and then the next. And we had a little group going, and they would, we tried to meet up once a month just to have like a lunch and get the kids together, right? We're going to do this parenting thing together. And they would always cancel. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why? And they're like, well, the baby's sleeping, or this or that. And I'm like, I have always, from that point on, I just decided, nope, I'm not going to live my life strapped to all of these restraints all the time. So I just throw the kids in the car and away we would go. And that it's helped them in life. And so I've just continued to do that. So it's going on 30 years now where I'm just throwing.
Well, that's why when you and I first met, we were kind of like, what's your business? That's what happens at these networking things. It's just, so what do you do? And it's like, you're kind of like me. There isn't one thing that I do. I'm not like a real estate agent putting you into a home. That's not what I do. You do a lot of different stuff. Like, I know you've got your wellness company that you work with, and you've also got your Jeepers Creepers thing that you guys drive around in Jeeps. And then you got that pageantry thing that you do? You do that with your daughter and stuff, don't you?
Yes. Well, two of my daughters, one, the older one, Jaden, is more involved with it. Shaylin is 16, and so she just has so many other obligations. And um, the they kind of tricked me. We're gonna do it together, right? The three of us. Let's go to this event, Mom. And I'm like, well, I can't. I'm too old, And they're like, no, look, they have one for old people. And I'm like, stop. It's called the Elegant Ms. Division. And so I'm like, okay, well, we're all going to do this. Well, I joined, registered, showed up. They didn't. They're like, they're like, we're going just to support you, Mom. And I'm like, great. And I'm like, well, I'm in it. So I like to follow through. When I commit to something, I'm going to do it. And I think that's a great representation of what you should do and teach your children as well. So I did, and I won. And so it is a wonderful organization, American Royal Beauties. They are crowned to serve. And I have brought my children up where you give, you make the world a better place. And if someone over here is in need and needs anything, whether it's your time or whatever it may be, that
Public service.
up and you help out when you can. And so I'm like, well, now I'm in this, so I'm going to go for it. And it has been so incredible. And that's exactly everything. I try to make everyone that I meet just that much more happier and do what I can to make their life easier and more joyful. And so that's why it's hard to fine tune or pinpoint exactly what do I do, because it's like I go to events. I'm invited to many things every week, and I show up to as many as I can. And then from there, it's like, well, I go to this one or I do this and get involved. And just saying yes and being involved, it has just made my life that more
That's
fulfilled.
what I admire about the way you're doing this, because the reality is people buy from people. They don't buy products. When you go to these business type things, it's all businessy people, and everybody's got one agenda, and that's to trade money. That's kind of what they're looking to do. And they really should be thinking about the relationship and building a community around the things. So when you go to these events, I can't go because of my kids. No, bring your kids with you. I think that's really cool that you involve them with it.
Yep.
And then you can go to these other events. Like you got your wellness products that you sell to make sure that people are eating clean or living in a clean environment and all that. But you can end up doing that at a pageantry event, and they're more likely to be a customer of yours than at a business event when someone's just thinking about businessy kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
True. True.
You're meeting people that are outside of the business world.
Yeah, exactly. I go to the grocery store or I stop at the gas station to fill up, and I meet people all the time that I'm introducing to what I do and other activities and things that I'm involved in by just, starting to chat with them. And business people, I can help them by helping them just stand out just a little bit better and putting just the special little touches into their business and for their clients and their customers. But I really enjoy helping that individual person just make a couple simple changes and adjustments in their life, and it explodes.
Well, there's one commonality that we've all got, and that's time. We've all got 24 hours in the day, and like you represent some wellness products and things, and they can be delivered to your location. So a person can order these different products. That's going to save somebody a lot of time, so they don't have to make a list and check it twice and go to the grocery store or the drugstore or whatever to pick and choose and read labels and all that kind of stuff. They can
Ex-
do a lot of this stuff, and it happens sort of automatically, if you will, and that's going to
Mhm.
save them plenty of time, so they can go out and they can sell their houses, or they can do their food truck or whatever business they're trying to run.
I kind of wish I was introduced to this company 30 years ago when all my friends were, running and having to do that. Those busy moms are
Times have changed because the internet has given us the ability to be online 24/7 and the
exact.
ability to automate stuff. And if a person knows, like if someone like yourself, you've got all these things going on, and people are going, how does she manage this time with all these kids and all these family things and all these business functions and all these activities? How in the world does she do that? So that's how they can find out. They could contact you at thecassylife.com right there.
Yeah.
I can read better than I can talk. And that way they can kind of get some of these ahas of how can I automate and delegate and manage. Somebody once said that there's no such thing as time management. It's more your activity management than it is the time, because time it just keeps on ticking. You can't manage it.
Yeah.
It's what you do.
But yeah, you can, but yeah, it's the activities, because I hear weekly several times that, how do you do everything that you do? And it's like, well, I just schedule, I don't schedule out. I just wake up in the morning and, oh, what am I going to do today? And it seems like when you leave it a little bit open and more flexible like that, I end up doing a lot more.
I think that's the right way to do it. And people have their ways. They got their little day planner and they schedule things out. But if you kind of just trust your intuition saying, this is the thing that I've got to do at this time, I think you're better off. And I don't like it when someone schedules something out 2 weeks and then they cancel.
Yeah.
That because it ruined my planning and my future. And I don't like it when people cancel events. That bothers me. But hey, it's whatever life deals you, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So do you have any projects that you're working on now, or any events that you're participating in? And of course, I know when you're going to be in, but you might have some others to share.
I'm going to be in a lot coming up, or I hope so anyway. But yeah, this week I'm just focused on my business and working, because I have been in between all of my calls and things that I'm doing around here as I'm packing up for my nationals event next week. I will be in Ohio for that.
Is that the pageantry thing?
Yep.
Okay.
I get a share then of my platform, which was the Invisible Wounds Project this year, and I'm excited to do that and share on that. And when I'm there, I am hopefully, going to bring home one of the titles so I can further do that and share on that. And because I have been helping out with you, and we have a big expo event coming up in the fall, and so we've been putting a lot of time and effort in inviting people. And I want to go there not just for myself, but I want to share pageantry with people. I think that moms get into this rut and where they're just a mom. No, you're much more than that. And to get out and do something, just giving back to others and being in the community and getting to sparkle up and wear fancy outfits, it just does something to your positivity.
Well, it's a cause-related business, and the females are the nurturing of the genders, and so that I can see why that would happen. You end up
getting some
enjoying.
Yeah, and well, since we met a little over a year ago at AGC, And we started talking. I believe the first time we really started talking is on the boat for AGC.
That
We had
helps.
a networking event and we went out, and I love boating. That's my pastime. I spend on the lake. I am any type of boat. But this was just fun to go there and just have some fun snacks and meet a ton of, really neat people. And I have definitely built on relationships of those that I met there. But I am really excited for the newest thing that's coming up that we are both involved in, and to learn a little bit more. The speaker for our AGC event on August 2nd down in Minneapolis is he's talking on AI.
Right.
And
Mitchell.
Mitchell. And I'm so excited to hear everything about that, because it's like we all dabble a little bit with AI, and it's not going anywhere. It's here and it's just going to grow. And I want to get in the front of that. And
it's good to understand all that stuff, because AI is kind of using us. We're using it. It's using us, kind of thing. So you got to understand what's going on rather than just ignoring it. So that's going to be a very interesting talk. I'm looking forward to hearing his perspective on it, because I have mine too.
Oh,
of course. Oh, by the way, I'm going to throw huh?
I said, we'll definitely have to talk after.
Yeah.
I want to hear your
Well, I'll give you some insight. But here's the event that's happening that we're involved with. It's the Minnesota Business Expo. If anybody knows about that, interested in that, Cassie's going to be at that. She's part of the Synergy Collaborative. And you're going to be there. And what I do with that, because some people used to produce trade shows, they would limit the amount of different people. I like the individual again, the individual person, because you represent multiple things. So your space at the expo, you're able to promote whatever the heck you want out of it, because it's you. It's not so much about a company. And that's just the way that I function. I function a little bit different.
Yeah.
I think it's more about relationships than it is about the product or the service.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
You have some stuff coming up that you got your would you call it a contest or whatever for your wellness company?
Yes, we are. I'm running this month to take my husband to Kauai in Hawaii, and I've never been there. But why it's so important is my husband's immune system is completely kind of bottoming out, and it will over the next couple of years. And I want to take him on a trip, and I can't go to big, large places with tons of people over the next year and a half, and to protect him. But what better way to go to a place that is private, yet the people who are there are all very healthy and their immune systems are really good. So I'm like, that would be so perfect. And
so they can contact you at this Cassie Life thing too. Your contact information's on there if anybody's interested in helping with that. That would be cool. I just got off another podcast earlier at noon. I had a thing with a guy that's from Hawaii. I don't remember what island he's on, but he's not on any regular one. He's on a smaller island.
Okay.
Who knows?
Maybe. I have smaller ones. I've been to all of them except Kauai. So I'm really excited to go see that island. But I think it's really cool because the part where we're going, they shot Jurassic Park there. So the waterfall where the dinosaurs came and attacked and they jumped off into the waterfall.
Right.
We get to see that with that location. And then the beginning or opening of Gilligan's Island is a little beach in the cove that was
the lagoon.
Yep, also shot there. So I'm really looking forward to that. I love the Hawaiian Islands. We lived out in California for a while, and I got to go there. But
I've
I also,
only been there once myself. We went there on a
yeah.
spontaneous trip, and it is beautiful.
Well, where are they? They're in Maui. So last Saturday, our International Karate League has their tournament every 4 years on one of the islands, and it's in Maui this year. And I so wanted to go, but it just wasn't in the cards for me this year.
So now you just got done saying you're karate league, right? So
Yeah.
you're a jeepster, a pageanter, a wellness expert, and a karate person. What else do you do? Are you buddies with Elon Musk? Are you taking your trip to Mars or anything soon?
No, but he is on my bucket list, to tell you the truth. I want to meet Elon Musk. Yeah. So
You never know.
just
You never know.
have a conversation with them. Yeah.
Cassie, I don't know how you do it. I'm going to throw that graphic up there again. This is who we're speaking with. Her name is Cassie Edwardson. There's her phone number right there if you want to give her a direct call. If you want to visit the website, it's the Cassie Life. And it's all about health, wellness, and happiness, having a good time. She's doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're tiring me out. I'm 66. I don't got that energy anymore. But if you're going to be driving down to St. Paul and Apple Valley, maybe you should stop by Fridley and pick me up.
I would love
I'm going
to.
there anyways.
Yes.
I can ride in your Jeep. We could take a shortcut through the woods.
Yes, definitely.
Well, Cassie, I'm going to sign this off so that people have time to digest it and stuff. But I appreciate you taking the time to share some of this stuff. And we're going to do this again, I think, on Thursday or Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I get them all mixed up. I'm like you. I'm kind of like in the moment. I don't like to plan too far ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Cassie. You can go into the green room there, and we got some digital hors d'oeuvres and some smoothies and stuff there. They're very low-cal, all digital. Enjoy. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. That was our friend Cassie Edwardson. I don't know how she does it. It's kind of bizarre how a person can get all that stuff done, but she manages to do it. And if you want to learn more about it, you can go there. That's her website right there, thecassielife.com. And now I got to get to work and propagate this out to the world. So that's all I got for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good, be kind, be nice. Did I say be nice?